I crack myself up. People, in all the time that you guys have been listening to me, you have heard me speak. If it's one thing that I will stand strong on is that a roach is smarter than a black woman. A roach is smarter than a black woman. You would hear me say this for years. I will not waver from this. My mother has proven this to me. My own mother has proven this to me. My mother has proven this to me. Atia LaShawn Bradley has proven it to me. And my daughter snatched the mantle from the both of them and said, no, I want to go and be the dumbest of the three generations. My mom, Atia LaShawn Bradley, and of course, the child that we created. I often get people, they'll say to me, well, hell, go over to my TikTok account and I can show you what a guy just sent me today. Shut up. Let's go down. Okay. As you can see right there, 31 minutes ago, you can see the 31M. And you see what that says? What an idiot. Oh, shit. And it says, just pray that one day the child sees the truth and returns to you. And see, this is why I'm doing this here today is because, I had a female, Brittany. Brittany gave me a $5 contribution via my Venmo. So Miss Brittany, I definitely appreciate that, Brittany. Brittany gave me a $5 contribution via my Venmo. And I was trying to figure out how she found out. I didn't know I put my Venmo link below, but Venmo, PayPal, and of course is below. But nonetheless, thank you so much, Brittany. I got a lot of women that support me, especially over here on my TikTok. So thank you, Miss Brittany, for that $5 contribution via my Venmo. So where was I? Okay. Let me read it again. Make sure we understand the context of where I'm going with this. Just pray the day that your child sees the truth and returns to you. First of all, fathers, men, the perspective and the narrative is that a woman can be reckless, a woman can do what she wants, and when she decides that she wants to shape up and fly right, then it is against our morals to say that I should welcome you back. I should welcome you back. If not, it's against my morals. Society thinks and wants to play on the good that you are, us men especially, in family court, because that's what my primary social media presence is about. Everybody thinks that, number one, the reputation is the man is the wrong one. Social media has debunked that theory, and we've been here for some years now. And when my daughter decides one day that she gets in touch with me and say, Daddy, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to say, come to me, little baby girl. So let me play that out for you, according to what this guy's saying, and then we'll get on to why you are here today. Let me read it again. Just pray the day that comes that the child will see the truth and return to you. My daughter knew the truth before she started acting up. I want to be clear about something. A lot of you guys think that you are going through the fuck shit. A lot of you guys think that you are going through the nonsense and your child doesn't see it and you're just dealing with it. No, your child knows everything that the mother is doing. Your child knows. Your child knows that your child knows that their mother hates you. Your child knows that the mother is fucking with you. The child knows that the mother is keeping them from you. The child knows all this. You know how the child know? Because every time your child mom get on the phone, she blabs about it and don't care if the child is listening. You see, that's why I say women, and especially women of color, are dumber than a cockroach. A cockroach knows every time to run when you turn the light on. They will not chance that. They will not say one day, I'm comfortable with sitting my ass here when the light comes on. They will never do that. They will never do that. So let's play this out. My daughter reaches out to me. Dad, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say I know you are and hang up the phone and then change the number. Did you catch that? I get a call from my daughter. Dad, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say I know you are and hang up the phone and then call the phone company to change my number. People, I'm gonna tell you something. People only do things to you because they think they know how you're going to respond. Did you hear that? People only do things to you based on how they think you're going to respond. Why do you think my mom, after me helping her with her bills, cursed me out like a dog on the street? She never went to her job and cursed them out when they was helping her with her living and existing. But no, she can talk to me and curse me at me like a dog on the street because she thought she knew how I was going to respond to it. And I did respond to it. I never spoke to her ass again. And that was in May of 2019. I care nothing about my own mother. I don't give a fuck about her. I don't. You think I should? Of course you think you should. You think I should. You think I should because your mother didn't do that to you. But there are mothers that do that. You want proof of this, yes? Of course you do. You're a hard crowd. Shit. So allow me. I didn't prepare for this, so give me a second to find it. Oh, wow. That wasn't hard. You see this right here? That's what a mother does. Mothers only do the fuck shit that they do because they think that they are exempt from reproach. That's why they do. But enough of all that. You're here today because I said something in the title and then you want to listen to me talk about that. And what I said was, women are the architects of family, but why aren't they talking about this? You know why they're not talking about this? You know why you never heard a woman say, we are the architects of family? You know why you'll always hear them say, I'm a boss bitch. I'm a BBW, but I'm fine. I'm big and beautiful. I'm independent. I'm all these things. You know why you'll hear all that in repetition, but you won't never hear a woman say, we are the architects of family? You know why? Because families are failing. And it is proof. You know why they will never say they are the architects of family? They'll never say they are the architects of family because they want to make sure they are exempt from the discussion of failure. Hold on, this damn prune thing went in my teeth. That's annoying. Hold on. All right. I'm not going to chew on that anymore. I'm not going to bite on that no more because we're going to leave that alone. Yeah, what's going on, Stretch? Yeah, it's been a minute. What's going on? Performance says they want chaos and confusion. Yeah, of course they do. Like I tell individuals, women, y'all have allowed women for years to tell y'all, I'm quiet and I'm blah, 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 blah. But when I'm on my menstrual cycle, I can't be around. No, they're like that all the time. It's just that when they are on their menstrual cycle, they have programmed you to assume that it is all to be excused because it's got nothing to do with me. It's my menstrual cycle that's exempting me from a fuse. I will come out the gate and explode all the time. Boom. No. No. I'm not allowing that. When my mom exploded on me, that was the last time I spoke to her ass in May of 2019. I excuse nothing from you. I don't give a fuck. People, I'm gonna tell you something. The only reason why you are treated like you are because by women, by people too, but I'm saying women because your attraction is to women. I don't know if you like that Diddy thing. I don't know if you like that pole in your hole. Give me oh, hit this shit, nigga. Fucking Meek Mills. Whoa! God damn. I was talking to a female and she said that Meek Mills thing wasn't a real tape. I said, bullshit. Wow. Boy, you can't come back from that. Fuck your gangster shit, boy. You want a pole in your hole, God damn it. I'm getting off topic. But like I said, it will be assumed that they know how you're going to respond to the bullshit. That's why they do it. My mom was like, oh, I'm going to get in his ass. I'm mother. I'm exempt from any type of recoil. No, you can get the fuck on. I remember my uncle sent me a text message about 2 years after that incident, like in 2021. And he said, hey, man, call your mother. I'm going to call her. He just didn't say when. I'm assuming he mean in 30 years. But here's reason number one, not in any specific order, why women do not talk about they are the architects of family. Chip already said it. He said they want chaos and confusion. And the reason why women do not talk about strongly how they are the architects of family is because the family structure is chaotic. It's chaotic, and that's at best. It's chaotic. There is no structure. There is no nothing. The family structure is chaotic. I'm just glad, and I can't say women ain't talking about it because I don't want to discredit none of all the beautiful women around social media. I'm going to collect them all one day and do a video about them, put their links below and just be like, yo, check these women out. They are the best. They are the dope. But I can only thank, and we can all be grateful now that there are lots of women on social media now talking about the dysfunction and the logic of women. And of course, when we talk about that in the Black community, it's amplified because we are already at a worse situation. We are already at a worse situation. We don't need it now. Worse situation without any type of protocol and no structure. We have none of that in the Black community. So, like Chip said, they just like confusion. And the Black family is chaotic. And this is why they don't want to talk about how they are the architects of family. They are the architects of family. You know, I remember my mama said to me, I did not want to be like my grandmother. Let me tell you about my grandmother. No, she's down there kicking it with the devil now with her mean ass. Oh, mean ass devil hoe. I cracked myself up. Whoa! But I'm going to tell y'all something about my grandmama. My mama's mama. My grandmama's mother wasn't like my granddaddy, my father's mama. The differences of the two worlds, where high value and function means chaos and confusion and nothing. So my mama said, I didn't want to be like my mama. She said, it really hurt me when my brother's father would come get him or my sister's father would come get her and nobody came and got me. You know, because my grandmama, she just kept her ass up in the air. You know, I don't know if she was running a fucking special or something. Oh shit. My grandmother was running a fucking get the butt, give me a nut special or some shit. You get the fuck me and give me a nut. I don't know what the hell was going on, but well, my mama had all of them had different daddies, you know. But when I sit down there and look at that dynamic, so it's 5 of y'all, yeah. Y'all all got different daddies, yeah. For some reason, the 5 men are looked at as the bums, but the center of attraction, the centerpiece of the nut depository, the woman's coochie, they want to ignore that. No, that's the great fucking ambassador. That's the great Gatsby of the situation. The woman's womb is not to be talked about. We got to talk about the 5 men that dropped a nut off all up in the pussy. And that's reason number 2 as to why women will not talk about and brag about them being the architects of family. And the reason why, blame. They don't want to accept it because they understand it and they will not and don't want to accept the blame. They don't want to accept the fact that they was just ass trash with giving out, like I said, my grandmama, she had a special. She gave up the butt and take a nut special. That's what the fuck she had going on. You know, she just had that shit going on. She just putting her ass up in the air, just taking it. People, let me sidebar for a second. I know y'all listen to me and y'all say to myself, damn, Chris is all right, but damn, this motherfucker be talking about some members of his family like he just really don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't care nothing about them. People, let me help y'all understand something. Last year, I never heard of the word empath until last year. But I just kept saying that all of my life, I don't go by nothing. I don't go by a person based on what they say, what they show me. I go by people's energy. So I said, Siri, what type of person deals with people based on their energy? And Siri came up and said, an empath, blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, shit. I had no idea and never heard of the word empath until I Googled it, Siri did last year. And I realized that, and what y'all probably don't realize when y'all listen to me is, I don't deal with people based on what you say, what you dress, or nothing. I deal with you based on your energy. Your energy is ironclad. Your energy can't lie. You can say whatever you want. Your energy is speaking something entirely different. You see the movie Beverly Hills Cop, the first one? And they're inside the club and Eddie Murphy is just doing his little dance. And he's like, Vogelmill. Yeah, Axel. Why is a guy coming into a club in the middle of June with a trench coat and a skull cap on? His energy spoke that he was up to no good. And then if you've seen the movie, he tried to rob the joint. But personally, I was talking to one of my friends after I realized I was an empath, and I told him, I said, I don't fuck with nobody based on nothing other than their energy. Your energy, it is asinine of me or poor management of my stress to deal with somebody knowing that I'm feeling that they're fucking me. So I'm gonna say this last thing. So I was at the gym about 3 weeks ago. I'm at the gym. It's a young girl in there and an old woman in there. I go to a gym in this real small town. It's a young girl in there and an older woman. The older woman in is like 55, big, thick, voluptuous, fat ass. And she is going hard. You hear me? She is like, I'm looking at her like, God damn. And it was me. It was another lady in there. And then me and another guy. So it was 6 people in the gym all total. 5 people. The old guy in there, other guy had on a fisherman cap, shades, baggy ass pants. You could tell he just went to the gym because he kept asking the young girl questions. I was looking at the older woman, about 55 years old. So I struck up a conversation when I said, wow, you really getting it in? Blah, blah. She says, you know, I used to be a bodybuilder when I was young. And I'm like, God damn, I can tell. So we exchanged numbers. We had a good conversation the first time, a good conversation the second time. Then all of a sudden something happened. And I'm assuming it's something that I said, which was nothing. You know, I'm not going to I've never said nothing about her fat ass. I never said nothing about, wow, you got a small waist and a fat ass. I never said nothing about her age, nothing. I don't talk like that. But all of a sudden I noticed, I felt as though the energy shifted. Her interest dropped and mine stayed the same. And I had went a couple of steps up assuming. So I said, let's go out. Then she had to go up to DC and came back. And I said, hey, listen, I'd love to see you. She came back last week, Wednesday. I said, hey, I'd love to see you. We set something up for Saturday. Saturday came, you know, I just want to rest today, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then she was, okay, hey, Chris, you know, I really gotta go. I gotta go. I was like, cool. But we had already set up to go out for lunch tomorrow. That was Saturday. The very next day, I sent her a text message. I said, hey, listen, I got to take a rain check. I forgot I got an appointment at the VA hospital on Wednesday. All right? Just that. Hey, Chris, thanks. Thank you for giving me a heads up, blah, 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 blah. I'll talk to you later. Later, they never came. I didn't send her a text message or nothing since. That was Sunday. I have no interest in ever talking to that woman ever again. That's how I am. I will never show anybody a second more interest than they show me. I will never do that, ever. Once a person feels as though they got something in the bag, for some reason, they feel as though, oh, I'm going to fall back now and chase. When you say to somebody, I'd love to see you, that's telling them a lot more than it actually is saying. It's saying, hey, listen, I'm interested in you, blah, 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 blah. And for a person's interest to drop down, I'm like, okay, I see your fucking lack of, I'm going to raise you on. But the thing with me is, I kind of double it. I'm arrogant.com. And shifting back into what we're talking about here today are things that I mentioned earlier. That's what a lot of you fathers go through. A lot of us fathers, we try to bring order. Women are childish. They love reckless. There used to be women that love the bad boy and women that love the intellect. Now women that love the intellectual man is nowhere to be found. It's like it is okay to love a bad boy now, so all of them just let their love for a bad boy come out. And the individuals that are intellects, individuals that, you know, we homeowners, we got our things together. Not to say homeowners is specific, but individuals that got our shit together, and we looking for a woman. You by yourself, bro. Ask me how I know. But I'm talking about women are the architects of family, and the reason why they don't never talk about this. And the third reason is the children. If they tell their children they meant to take that nigga nut, then the kids is going to look at them like, oh, so, you know, the fact that my daddy was a bum ass whore had nothing to do with my daddy. And let me tell you what I mean by that. Just because a guy gave up the nut, gave a woman a nut, don't mean he should have been a daddy. That's just the dumb, idiotic logic of a woman trying to make him a daddy. You want an example of this? Yes, of course you do. I'm such an example whore. I used to date this woman with 3 kids. 3. A 14, 9, and 5. I'm sorry, 14, 10, and 5. So one day we was in a house. You probably remember the story. One day we was in a house, and I'm playing Uno with the 5-year-old kid, and she says, "Pick up the phone. It's your father." And he grabs the phone. He's like, "Yes, Uno." I say, "What the fuck? Did you just hang up on your father?" Goes upstairs. I was like, "Yo, little man just hung up on his father." See, women thought that I was going to be co-signing that fuck shit. I'm not co-signing no derogatory actions towards the father. All right. So she said, because she was from Africa, she said, he doesn't understand his father. He doesn't talk American. He talks African. And he doesn't understand that. That's why he hung up the phone. I said, but that's your job to teach him so he can talk to his father. Like, you don't just allow your son to not understand his own father and just think that shit is going to continue. Somebody got to get to the equal curriculum here. So I'm like, okay. So then about an hour later, we were all talking. And the daughter, who was 10 years old, so it was son, daughter, son. She said, "I don't like going over daddy's house. I don't like my father because we don't ever go to his house." And I said, "Wow." I said, you should not like you should never say that. You should never say that. So the next day, me and the 14-year-old was in the house. You probably remember the story. I had a cup of water, clear cup, could clearly see it was water in the cup. And I said, "Hey, this orange juice tastes good." And he was looking at me like, "You crazy?" I said, "No, it's orange juice, man. It tastes good." And he was like, "Chris, that's water." I said, "No, it's orange juice." I said, "I'm fucking with you. You're right. It is water." I said, "But you agree that the human body needs this water, right?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Suppose I take this water and pour it on the TV." He said, he's 14 now. He said, "It'll mess the TV up." I said, "So this water is good for me, but not the TV?" He said, "Yeah." So I put the water down and I said, "Last night y'all said some pretty fucked up things about your own father." I said, "What if I told you, like that water, your father is a great man. He just wasn't good at being a father." And I said, "The reason why your father was not good at being a father is because your mother made him a father." I said, "No offense to you, but it doesn't seem like your father ever had a hand in on being a father." I said, "So you might want to sit down and he's 14 now. You might want to have a sit down and talk to your mother and say, Dad was like that cup of water. It's good for me consumption, bad for the TV. Dad may have been a good boyfriend, but he shouldn't have been a father." And later on that day, when we started talking about it, he just cut me off. "Yeah, hey, Chris explained to me earlier about blah, 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 blah." And then he was talking to his little sister. He never talked to the 5-year-old, but he sat down there and he was just breaking the shit down to his little 10-year-old sister. And while he's breaking it down to his little sister, my girlfriend is looking at me. And later on that night, after I'm bust her ass, she said, "I really don't like the conversation you and my son had." Or she was African. "I don't like the conversation with my son." African. I said, "So what's the problem?" She said, "I don't like the conversation." I said, I understand that, but what's the problem?" She said, after 3 times, "You made me look bad." I said, "Yeah, have a good night." Women always want to look good, despite the fucking the bullshit that they lay out, the instructions of family that they implement. They want to sit down there and act like, "Oh no, I'm a good mother." No, you ain't. You ain't shit. Once again, I want to thank Brittany for that $5 contribution via my Venmo. Link is below. But whenever I hear a woman say, "I'm a good mother," and their child doesn't have a father, you know what I say to that? Negro, please.